Hi, everybody. Welcome back to In the Cards and Stars. We are live streaming this week's podcast episode. I hope you guys are doing great. Happy, kind of, almost 4th of July. I'm sitting out here because we already have people firing off fireworks, and the pups would get completely freaked out if I was in the other room. They didn't know where I was. So I'm in here. The pups are all around. Michael's there in the background. Say hi, Lawyer Mo. There you go. That was him. So this is going to be kind of a little family podcast episode, but the tea is piping hot, you guys. The stories are crazy. I got my little Barbie mug from when the sports club, Barbie truck came through Kansas City a couple weeks ago. Pretty cute. Okay, let's go. Let's get into this. I hope you guys are doing well. Say hi as you guys pop in, please. I'd love to hear from you, but we'll start with the stories. So, okay, where to begin? Oh my God. All right. So we have, of course, the monstrosity that was the Bezos wedding. Let me just say this, you guys. We were just in Italy and it was so hot. It was so hot. I cannot imagine having a wedding there and wearing long sleeves. Now, not to be rude, but to be rude. I'm sorry, you're only going to be wearing long sleeves in the Italian summer if you're used to things being hot, maybe, I don't know, that could be indication of someone being a demon. That's all I'm going to say. Ooh, oh, Michael's listening to it. Hey, Gunyar, how's it going? I've been waiting for this. Well, I'm so glad that you're here. Good morning, Claire. How are you doing? I hope your day's starting off great. Oh my God. I'm glad that you're here hanging out with us as you get ready. Okay. So let's start with the two love triangles. The first love triangle that we're going to discuss actually was ignited at the Bezos wedding. Okay. So Sydney Sweeney, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only, this could be a PR thing. We're going to pull the cards to see what's really going on. But it seems like her publicity team is really pushing hard, trying to get people to insinuate that she is in this love triangle with Orlando Bloom and Tom Brady. Now, first of all, just at first glance, that is such a bizarre little love triangle, right? Both of them, I don't know, are they both old enough to be her dad? I don't know. It seems a little bit odd at first glance, just on that note. Orlando Bloom also just announced that he is breaking up with Katy Perry. So this is really soon for him. Tom Brady, I don't know. He's a bachelor. It's so funny, though, that so many news outlets were actually covering this story, which is why I want to pull a card. Because, is there any truth to this at all? And we've done readings on Sydney Sweeney that actually came true. Basically saying she was just focused on her career, which she mirrored that in interviews later. So I feel like she doesn't want either of these people. I feel like she's just doing her own thing. But we're going to see what the cards have to say. So let's begin there. Oh, hey, Babaloo. Welcome. Happy tea time. Oh, Gunyar says that many interesting things happened in Luke and Nick area. I think we should check their energies. Okay, let's do that at the end. And if you want to drop anything in the chat to bring us up to speed, Gunyar, we would love it because I did not know that there were updates on those too. Okay, how's everybody doing? Babaloo, how are you? How's life? Anybody doing anything fun for the holiday? Michael said just went to Europe. I know, but you guys, I have the okay, I'm going to be honest with y'all because we're friends here. I have the post-vacation blues so badly today. It is such a struggle, which is why I'm just grateful that we had a tea time scheduled because I need this so badly. Just so depressed. I'm so depressed to not be in Europe anymore. I know that sounds terrible, but it was just it was so fun. It was so great. And then I'm here organizing my closet today. But I mean, that's life, right? You got to enjoy the ups. How is the vacation, Brit? How are the puppies? Okay, Babaloo, the puppies are the one bright spot because I miss them so much. They're doing great. They're all, wait, Rock's over there. Where's everybody?
Arch is here.
You want to see them? Here.
So you're going to walk around?
Yeah, I'll show you the pups. The puppies are doing great. Okay, so here, just so you guys have a pup date. Oh my God, my kitchen's a little messy Kind of. It's not too bad. We just had dinner. Okay, here's Rocka. She's sleeping in the corner. Okay. And then we have Archer. Here's Archer sleeping on the couch. He loves this spot. Here's Lawyer Moog.
Sleeping next to Dolly.
Here's Dolly sleeping and being adorable. Where's Sun? Sun is in the other room. He likes his alone time. He'll come in here at some point, though. Don't worry. Okay. That's the pup date. You will be back, Brit. You're right. It always gets better. Yes, the fur babies. They're the best. Okay, guys. So now to the tea spillage. All right. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Is there any truth to the rumors that there's a love triangle going on between Sydney Sweeney, Tom Brady, and Orlando Bloom? This kind of cracks me up. I feel like there's no way. But let's see. That puppy is so beautiful. Thank you, Gunyar. Heartfelt says, hello, Brit. Hello, Heartfelt. Oh, I think you're new here. Welcome. Will you do a reading on Will Poulter? Is he in a relationship? Where is his career going? Absolutely. I will totally do that. We will put that one at the end as well. Let me just make a quick note of it so I don't forget. Okay, Will Poulter. I just saw like a YouTube video about him the other day and like his insane glow up. Good for him. It looks like his career is going well, and I think he is dating somebody. Let's see. And then we had Nick and Luke. Okay. Awesome. All right. So allegedly for entertainment purposes only, let's pull a card for Sydney Sweeney. Where is her mind at right now when it comes to dating and relationships? Is she still in that Pentacles energy that we saw before? Or is she actually out and about on the scene? What's going on with her? And you'll be back in Europe too. Oh, I get it. That was okay. That was the message. Thank you, Babaloo. I misunderstood that at first. You're right. I will be back. Thank you. I've got to just remind myself of that. Okay. What is Sydney Sweeney's mindset when it comes to love and relationships right now? The King of Cups. Okay, so never mind. I stand corrected. There is somebody that she either has her eye on or someone who, let's just say this, someone's showing up in her energy as a King of Cups. That's a really big deal. So like get this card when asking about someone's relationship mindset. Like the King of Cups is mature. So I guess this could indicate an older person, is mature, knows what they want, is someone who's a good communicator when it comes to love and relationships. So let's see if we can get some more information about this. Very interesting. Now, I don't know if she's interested in them or if this person is around her and interested in her. So let's get a clarifier for this King of Cups. That's what I tell her. We go over to yours, Michael. Okay. We just need some clarification on this King of Cups. The Six of Pentacles. Okay, so this is like friendship energy. This is bringing someone gifts. This is interesting. Look at this person's face. Like Blanche, of course, from the Golden Girls, but she's like happy, bringing someone presents, bringing someone gifts. This is a friendship energy too, friendship and harmony. So I think that this person who's in her life that is the King of Cups, who's around her, this is like presenting yourself as a friend first. So I'm still getting kind of a friendship energy, like she's in a friendship energy, but there's someone who is actually serious about her. So this love triangle, I don't know, maybe it's like more one-sided. I just got goosebumps on my face. So like there's something going on. Let's move forward and try to get the energy of Tom Brady. And do you guys hear that firework? Oh my God, nuts. The energy of Tom Brady and the energy of Orlando Bloom to see if we can figure out, I don't know, who this King of Cups is. What's going on? Okay, Tom Brady's energy towards Sydney Sweeney, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. It was rumored that he was the one winning in the love triangle right now, by the way. That was like the latest that I read. I mean, hilarious. Okay, Tom Brady's energy towards Sydney Sweeney. The Ace of Swords. Okay, this is somebody who's like making moves, maneuvering, using their mind to try to like manipulate the situation. This is someone who thinks they can figure anything out. So it's like, what is this? Okay, like the approach of an Ace of Swords would be like, what is this person looking for? All right. Can I figure out a way to give that to them? How can I understand? Let's drop the card. How can I understand what they want? And then how can I let them know that like I can provide that for them? This is the victory card. So this is someone who approaches love and relationships with their mind over their heart. That could be really problematic because this could be him being in kind of more of a PR mindset where he's like, this person would look so perfect on paper. So that's his energy. I don't think that he is the King of Cups. All right, interesting. So what about Orlando Bloom? Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. What is his energy towards Sydney Sweeney? No Tom Brady, puke face. Babalu, I have to agree with you. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't know who he would. To me, he seems like someone who's probably like Ace of Swords, like very smart in a certain way, like good at the things that he's good at. But like kind of emotionally, I don't know. I just don't really see a lot of like depth in a certain way. Like I don't know. There's someone for everyone, but yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Okay, Orlando Bloom. His energy towards Sydney Sweeney, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. 7 of Pentacles. Spiritual work. Okay, here we go. This is more in alignment with some King of Cups stuff. All right, so do I think that there was a love triangle of sorts at the wedding? I'm going to say yes. I actually think there was one. Now, the elements are a little bit different than I think the tabloids, I don't think the tabloids got it quite right. I think the actual love triangle going on, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, is that we had Orlando Bloom, who is in a place of 7 of Pentacles, like introspection, healing, working on himself, which, a lot of the times when celebrities will announce a breakup, it's actually like after, they've had like a few months probably. They don't typically announce it right away. So I would say, he and Katy Perry may have been separated for a little bit longer than we know. So he may have already been in this place of introspection for some time. And even before that, I feel like if he's the King of Cups, I feel like he has probably known that this relationship wasn't working for him for a while. So I feel like he's further along on his healing journey and probably more ready for love and relationships, knows what he wants in love. He approaches things from a heart-centered place. I do know he has a lot of Scorpio in his chart, so that makes sense. Yeah, so the love triangle really was, I do think Orlando Bloom actually feeling romantic and like wanting something to be there. Very deep, a lot of depth, a lot of emotion from him. And then Tom Brady, Ace of Swords, this is more like I want to win the prize, which actually really aligns with what we know about him. He's an athlete. He's very competitive. Did any of you guys ever read that TB12 book? I went through a phase where I was like trying to get in shape and trying like different methods. And I read through the book, the TB12 method. It was insane. It's insane. Like he is, in my opinion, he's insane with his fitness and whatever. And I'm glad it works for him. You got to do what works for you. He's a Leo, I believe. So, hey, but for the rest of us, mere mortals, it's like, what the hell? But that is that Ace of Swords. It's like, I'm going to figure out what it takes to win. So it's more about victory for him. So he wanted to win kind of for that, more of that like macho type of vibe of like, oh, I got the girl that everybody wants. That was like his mentality and motivation, allegedly. And then Orlando Bloom, I think he actually really wanted to be with her, like really feels like there's a connection. He's more emotionally connected. So I would say if she was going to choose either one, I would say go with Orlando because he's more sincere. But I don't think that either of these people are really like the one for her. She has the Six of Pentacles. This is like bringing gifts and friendship. I don't think it's that deep for her. Let me get one more clarifier for her energy before we move on. So funny. You may go to Ireland next time. Just bring an umbrella. Oh my gosh, Claire, I definitely want to spend more time in Ireland than just a couple hours in the airport. Oh, okay. The pups are still doing great. I think that they're calm because like we're all in here together.
Can these people hear the fireworks?
Yeah. Can you guys hear the fireworks going off? Let us know. Tom Brady's too over. I agree. I would have bought a round if you came to Wexford. Oh my God. Okay, noted. Next time, we'll let you know.
Well, we didn't know.
We didn't even know we were going to be there. Yeah. Oh my God, what a nightmare. You guys, and then on the way back, we got delayed again. American Airlines. We're giving you the side eye, okay? Lord. All right. Babalu says, sounds like pretty girl at a wedding dealing with older guys' attention. For sure, Babalu, for sure. The big eyes. Like, oh my God. She's probably like hiding, having to run away from these men. Gunyar says that whole Jeff Lauren wedding, did you guys hear that one? Was something weird, to be honest. The vibe was not there. Oh, we're going to pull some cards on them next. Yeah, the vibe was gross. The vibe. Sorry, guys. I'm not in the mood today. I mean, not in the mood to mince words, you know. I'm in the mood to spill the tea. But yeah, I do not get the whole thing. I was just like disgusted. I really was. And I'm sorry, Venice in the summer, long sleeve. Like, what is your problem? It was so hot there, you guys. I almost passed out at the Coliseum. I think I told y'all about that. Like, I don't get it. Yeah, we had to take like 3 showers a day, like walking around. Like, no kidding. Okay. Sydney Sweeney, getting the energy. Queen of Wands. Oh, I love this. This is one of our favorite cards in the deck. The Queen of Wands. Yeah, you guys, I actually love this energy. Listen, she's minding her own business. She could care less, okay? And good. She's to hang on to that energy. Don't waste it on these people, okay? I'm just going to say that. Older sister advice. Queen of Wands. Yeah, she's got the Sunflower card. The Sunflower is about your solar plexus chakra, following your own soul's calling. This is just like living out loud, living joyfully, embodying the energy that you are here to embody. She is on the journey of becoming who she's meant to be. She's becoming, you know, an adult, fully fledged adult woman. She's a young lady, young woman, and she's like growing into herself, basically. And she doesn't need to be disrupted by people that are not really the one. Did y'all hear that one? Yikes. So yeah, the Six of Pentacles, this is like, she just wants to be friends with people. She's just here to bring good energy, be friends. Now, the fact that she attended that wedding, I'm giving her the side eye. I'm giving every celebrity that attended the Bezos wedding a side eye. I heard some podcasters say like, if you were, it was Heather from Juicy Scoop. If we were invited, we would go, blah, blah. And I was just like, if I was invited, I would not go. I can honestly tell you, I would not go. It's gross. We're just not in that place in the world. It's just not right. Anyway, I'm a little bitter today, okay, because of the big ugly bill, but that's another topic for a different time. Okay, anyway, so that's what's going on with them. So now let's pull a couple of cards just to I don't want to get into the depth of it all because like I said, I'm just not in the place mentally for that today. However, I'm curious to see what the connection really is, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, behind the scenes between Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez. Now, we've all heard about them, probably read a couple things, especially, you know, on the heels of this whole wedding debacle. But what I've kind of gathered is that like Lauren Sanchez, I think is like a bubbly Sagittarius, and Jeff Bezos, I believe, is a Capricorn. Let me quickly pull that. Let me pull that info. We need the elevator music. Sage Moon's not here, though. We love you, Sage Moon. Okay, no. Oh, my God. I forgot Michael's in here to actually play the music. Let's see. Zodiac sign. Okay, so she was born on December 19th. Sagittarius. Okay, yep. And then let's see. Jeff Bezos. Capricorn. Yep. That's right, guys. I can't remember much, but I won't forget his zodiac sign. All right. So it's a weird combination, I'll be honest. And different combinations work at different times. But if we just look at just their sun signs, we're not even going to look into anything beyond that. The sun sign is like your ego and who you are here, embodying in this lifetime, just like kind of your basic vibes. Basic vibes for her, she is an explorer. She is constantly wanting to expand and learn new things and travel. And so her life, I think she really, what you see is what you get with her. I will say that. And then with him, it's what you see is what you get as well. He is that Capricorn who is all about hard work and wanting to win and, building a legacy and making money. I mean, it's so funny. Astrology in the wild moment. Truly, they fit their zodiac signs to a T. Typically, you do not see a Capricorn with a Sagittarius. And the reason for that is that while a Capricorn may be very attracted to a Sagittarius, because Sagittarius is that fun, free-spirited energy that they don't really feel. It's hard, unless they have a lot of other placements in their birth chart that are like fire and air. They can feel a little bit heavy, a little bit bored by the day-to-day. Capricorn, that can be kind of a tough energy to have. Capricorn suns, it feels a little bit burdensome. So they are attracted to the Sagittarius because it kind of uplifts them. And who can forget those leaked text messages from Lauren Sanchez and Jeff Bezos where he called her a live girl? I mean, it makes so much sense. So yes, I think that his attraction is very genuine. Now, with Lauren, you do not typically see a Sagittarius attracted to a Capricorn. It can happen, but the reason is that the mindset of did y'all hear that one? Come on. The reason is that a Sagittarius wants to expand. They need new things and new ideas, and a Capricorn can bore them because a Capricorn is very much about the earth sign energy. Now, the exception to this rule, I think, is just when someone has so much money, when a Capricorn has so much money that they're able to offer a Sagittarius experiences basically because of the money that they have. So it's sort of like she's able to use that money to continue to expand. But if he didn't have the money, do I think that she would be with him? No, I don't, because he would be working away in his office and she'd be so bored. I want to go do things. So I think that timing is everything. I think that only at this time in his life would she have been with him. I don't think that she would have been there like Mackenzie was, putting in the hours, supporting him along the way. So let's just keep that in mind as we pull some cards now. Okay. Babu says, here comes the devil card. Here it comes. Claire says, dead behind the eyes, money mad, sell their soul. That's my take on them and all the wedding guests. Amazing. Beautiful. Couldn't have said it better myself, Claire. I 100% agree with that. Okay. Now I was just pulling and I couldn't even put this one back in. It was sort of weird how it I feel bad y'all can't see the cards, but 3 of Wands is what didn't want to go back in the deck. So this is about the future. This is planning for the future, thinking about the future. If you look at this person, in the future, they see blue water and endless possibilities. Yeah, this is what I was talking about with Lauren. She feels with my imagination and your money, the future is bright, So, okay, interesting. I'm still getting a lot of materialism. Let's see if we can get the emotions. Okay. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. I would like to tap into the emotions of Lauren Sanchez and Jeff Bezos towards each other. Okay. Because this is quite the interesting pairing. So let's start with Lauren. How does Lauren, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, feel emotionally towards Jeff? Lawyer Moog agrees too. Oh, by the way, you guys, congratulations are in order for Lawyer Moog. Today he found out that he was awarded, we can't say exactly what it is yet because it's not it's not public until the fall, right, honey?
Yes.
Your award, yes. But tell them what you can tell them.
An organization from DC.
An organization from DC
named me one of the top 10 defense attorneys.
has named him one of the top defense attorneys. So more to come, but congratulations to Michael. Okay. All right. Let's see. How does Lauren feel towards Jeff? Oh, they're not wanting to come through. Oh my God, so funny. I couldn't grab it. It's like no feelings. I feel nothing. Oh my God. Okay. Woo, we got 2 cards. So we're taking both. Hey, Jaded Kate, welcome. How's it going? Aw. Okay, Michael, you're getting applause from Claire, from Jaded, from Babalu. He feels the love. He says thank you. Okay. So we have the moon card. Now, this is interesting because when you're talking about emotions, you guys have to be hearing those fireworks. It's insane. Keeps like killing my train of thought. Sorry, I apologize. The moon card is about like illusion. You know, think about the moon, how it goes through different phases. So the moon is never really the same from one day to the next. Good job, you guys. We have the 9 of Wands. This is like the ending of a cycle. It's also about resting. 9 is a wish fulfillment card as well. So I feel like she sees him as someone who gives her the ability to rest, which makes sense because like if you are with somebody who is a billionaire and is like showering you with whatever you want, like materially, yeah, you could take a rest. I guess you don't have to worry about your future. There's something about that. Like she feels like she can kind of like relax a little bit. And then the moon card, let me get a clarifier here because the moon card, it talks about phases, but it also can talk about what's hidden. Like, because there are times where in the light of the moon, there can be illusions, you know, in the darkness, sometimes you see a tree, but it's really a person if you're like far enough away. So it's like, what is that really? I don't know. What is really going on there? Let me get a clarifier on that moon card. What is the illusion? Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. What is this illusion when it comes to how Lauren Sanchez feels towards Jeff Bezos? What is the illusion? The King of Swords. Okay. All right. So the King of Swords is a very cold card, which if you're a Capricorn sun, you know, that could fit. That could fit. Capricorns are great, by the way. Nothing against Capricorns. But when we're talking about this, and in particular her being a Sagittarius, the way that she sees him is as this King of Swords. So a little bit cold. I would say behind the scenes, he's probably a little bit like demanding, robotic. Like I feel like this is someone who is maybe too direct. I think this would be a very difficult person to be around if they show up as the King of Swords in your relationship, because like you want softness, you want the King of Cups, or you want the Ace of Cups, like my cup runneth over with love. You know, if you're in a romantic relationship with someone, you don't want to feel like they always have the sword up and like ready to, you know. This is also a card associated with like the law. So like just to tell you like the sharpness, you know, this is also very cerebral, very mental. So she sees him as like someone who's a little bit cold. Let me get another clarifier on this moon. The illusions though. What is the illusion when it comes to Lauren Sanchez, how she feels allegedly for entertainment purposes only? The Ace. Now that was really loud. Okay. The Ace of Wands. Okay. How do I put this? I think that, okay, this is so weird. All right, you guys. So this is weird, but I will say, I think that she actually, and I'm as shocked as you guys are going to be, I think that she actually really likes that. Where is her moon? Like, what is it? Where is her Mars? Where is her Mars? That's what I need to know. Maybe she has Mars in Capricorn. Ace of Wands, she is actually attracted to cold people. That is so strange. But I don't have a whole lot of good things to say about these two. I'll be honest with y'all. But I will say, I think that it's genuine. I'm gonna be sick, but I think it's genuine. Now, it may be that, as Claire said, that cold, dead-eyed kind of love, like, how much can they really love? I don't know, right? I have no clue. But it's their version of love. And I think that it's real. She is attracted to a cold, weird kind of person. Okay. Well, the tarot tea is just surprising you. And how does he feel towards her? Allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. But like, this doesn't give a healthy dynamic, right? It's like, I like people who are cold, or like, I like people who I have to win over. Like, that's kind of what it feels like to me. Like some sort of complex of like where she kind of, I don't know. It feels like childhood trauma, and like that kind of cliche where it's like you look for what you feel like you didn't have. And so maybe like she didn't get a lot of love or attention from one of her parents growing up. And so she's always like felt like she goes for the people that she has to win over. And then it makes her feel good about herself. Like, that's like what this feels like. It's interesting. But regardless, it is genuine. How does Jeff Bezos, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only, really feel emotionally towards Nicola Sanchez? The 10 of Pentacles. This is money. I do think that he has concern that she's with him for his money. 10 of Pentacles. I mean, okay, well, he's a Capricorn. He's not stupid. He may be a lot of things, but he's not stupid. And so he does have that worry in the back of his mind, or maybe in the front of his mind, because we pulled this the first card. Yeah, I think that he's very aware that his money is what he thinks, makes him most attractive to her. Little does he know how much she loves coldness. So, she really likes you for you. Don't worry. But the 10 of Pentacles, that's so interesting. Okay, let's get a clarifier on that. The 9 of Cups. Wow. Okay. He's kind of clocked her. I'll be honest. Like, this is so funny. Again, he's not stupid. He sees her as someone who really enjoys money. He thinks that, Michael, do not start snoring. Michael, if you're going to fall asleep, you got to go in the bedroom. You're about to start. Sorry, you guys. It's a shit show. It's a shit show today. That's just what it is. Welcome to the shit show pot. Okay. The 10 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups. He sees her as someone who really wants to be happy in life. He thinks, and I don't think that necessarily bothers him. I think maybe he admires that in a way, because I think he sees that as like honesty, but he sees her as someone who's a little bit self-centered, to be honest. Yeah, money and 9 of Cups, and to make herself happy. He's like, she's the kind of person that wants to make herself happy. She wants to have fun. She wants to enjoy her life. She wants to eat her cheesecake. She's full of, emotion and life, and she's really into me. And 10 of Pentacles, and she likes my money, and I have a ton of money. It's never going to run out. So she's always going to love me. So it's like, it's a very strange yet genuine relationship. I will leave it at that. So weird. Claire says fireworks and snores. LMAO. I know, Claire, like that. But that's honestly the kind of day. That's the kind of day this is. Not surprised. Have another sip of my tarot tea. Oh my God. Okay. Next story. Moving right along. Let's see. Do we care about the Kardashians? Not really, but we'll do a quick one. So the Kardashians were also at the Bezos wedding, and there was a lot of talk about them. so much chit chat about just like, what's going on with them. Apparently, Kim, allegedly, maybe her publicist was putting this out there. I don't know. But when they first arrived, Kim or somebody put a story out there that Kim was getting cozy with Orlando Bloom, but then quickly it turned into like the love triangle with Sydney Sweeney. Let's pull a card really quick just to see if there is any truth whatsoever to Orlando Bloom having any interest in Kim Kardashian. Now, Michael says no. Now, we did get the King of Cups for him towards Sydney, so I would be shocked if a King of Cups could have, love for more than one person. I just think a King of Cups is too loyal for that, but let's just see what's going on here. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only, how does Orlando Bloom view Kim Kardashian? Let's just ask that question. The Three of Wands, not that future planning card. He sees her as someone who is always looking out for her future. These people, I will say this. We've gotten a lot of like solid reasoning in this reading. Now, I may not agree with it or think that it's like the nicest, sweetest vibe, but they definitely can. It's like nobody has any illusions or delusions about what's going on here. So I think that Orlando Bloom sees Kim Kardashian as someone who is always looking out for, securing her future. Who's going to be the next person to date that is going to make her look good in the press? Like he sees that. He sees her as someone who's very future oriented, very much about always trying to look out for herself, basically. I think that makes sense. That checks out. Okay. Anything else that Orlando Bloom feels towards Kim Kardashian, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only? Would you say she stinks? Oh, disdain. Okay, well, Michael, funny you say that. You may be a psychic. It may run in the family because we have the death card. Okay, I don't know about disdain, maybe, Michael, but the death card, definitely he doesn't want anything to do with her. He's not about it, you guys. And if there was ever a time where he was about it, because we have the death card, meaning an ending, he's like, no. Like, I would never go back there. I would never do that again. She just looks out for herself. She doesn't give a crap about anybody else. Like, no, death card. It's never going to happen. Orlando Bloom and Kim Kardashian, mark my words, they're never going to happen, okay? Quit trying to make fetch happen. All right, funny. That one, that makes sense. Okay, now moving on to our next story, and then we will do the requests that you guys have. So next story, have you guys heard about this? The canceled podcast. Does anybody listen to the canceled podcast? Tana Mojo and Brooke Schofield. There has been drama with them. We have talked about them before. I kind of tune in from time to time. I'm not like an avid listener, but I did hear that recently they kind of announced in a weird way, very prematurely, in my opinion, that the podcast will probably not be renewing after their contract ends at the end of the year. Now, why bring that up right now? That is so soon to be like talking about that. Well, there are more layers to the story because allegedly the two can't stand each other anymore and they're pretending to be friends. I think that's juicy enough to pull some cards on. Oh my God. Wait, Heartfelt says, I don't follow nor care about that Bezos wedding circus. I like you, Heartfelt. I already like you. But did Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom go to the wedding? Didn't they split? So they did split up before the wedding. And that was like his first big outing post-split, which honestly, okay, Orlando Bloom. Like, I don't know. And I know Katy Perry's probably no walk in the park, but I thought it was a little bit sad because like they have been together for like 8 years. I thought it was a little bit sad that like the headlines were like, his first outing since their breakup. And he was like all smiles. And we saw Katy Perry recently at her concert, like crying and handing out Tim Tams. Like she's not doing well. She's very sad about the breakup. So it's a little bit sad. And they have a kid together. It's a little bit sad to see like one person kind of like out on the town and like, sort of flaunting their singleness and like, whatever, bye, moving on. We don't know what went on behind the scenes. Maybe he just was so done that if we knew the truth, maybe we'd be like applauding him for getting out of there. I don't know. But I don't know, from the surface.
She also missed that on the astronaut reunion.
Oh, yeah, the astronaut reunion. Yes. True, Michael. True. So you know it was bad if she didn't show up because she could have come separately, but no, only he went. Okay, Gunyar says Katie was not at that wedding. Yeah. Yep. Okay. All right, the canceled podcast is, I don't know. Okay, let's just see. How do they feel about each other? How does Tana actually feel towards Brooke? And if you guys saw some of the other videos that they were putting out, there was something called like Georgegate. Guys, I don't know. It was so unhinged. Like you can just tell these two are not friends. But they were trying to say that they are friends. And in the last episode, I did like watch a little bit of it because I was just curious. And it was a hard watch, you guys. It was like two people, so much tension. Like they did not seem like friends at all. Everything was like an eye roll or like a really from Brooke. She seems quite bitter, I'll be honest, even though she just got engaged. You think she'd be kind of happy. She also had those like racist tweets that came out. Like, I am not a fan of hers. I think she is, I don't know, she's a mess. I don't think she's a great person. I think she'd be at the Bezos wedding in a heartbeat. I'll say that. Okay. That should say it all. So how does Tana really feel towards Brooke? Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. The temperance card. She's trying to stay temperate. She's trying to keep her cool. She's trying so hard, and it's taking everything that she has, every ounce of strength inside of her to stay zen, stay balanced, and deal with the situation. I think this is rough. Okay, let's get a clarifier on the temperance card. Why is she having to struggle so hard to be temperate? What's the issue? Oh my God, you guys. The death card. You guys, she's so over it. She's so done. She does not want to be there for one more second. Wow. When the tarot tea is piping hot. Okay. She's done. I think she's actually the one that wants to end the podcast. And I think that Brooke is just saying that she, also wants it to end because just trying to like save face. Okay. How does Brooke really feel towards Tana? It kind of feels like a frenemy. Like, have you ever been friends with somebody and it's like you think you guys are great friends, but then you start noticing like the compliments are backhanded, the jokes are hitting a little too hard, and you're like, wait, hold on. Is this person my friend or do they actually hate me? Like, that's what this is like. And that's kind of the way that I see, honestly, how Brooke, that's how Brooke was sort of starting to treat Tana. Everything's like a little jab, kind of picking on her. It's a lot. It's a lot. Oh my God, heartfelt. You were the second tea timer who has brought up Love Island. I still haven't watched it. I have not watched it. Oh my God. Do I need to? Sageman said I need to. Maybe while I finish my closet organizing tomorrow, I'll watch it because it's a struggle and I need something to keep myself entertained. So I'll check it out. Hopefully it's like really juicy and just, I'm enthralled. I can finish the closet organizing. All right. Okay. So let's see now. How does Brooke really feel about Tana? How does Brooke really feel about Tana? Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Okay, we got two cards. Oh, weird. Okay, we have the King of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. Let me get another clarifier. So interesting with the friendship card and then the card of like passion and what? Let's see. What is going on? The Empress. Oh, wow. Okay. Guys. She is quite allegedly for entertainment purposes. She is quite jealous of Tana. She sees Tana as being with her King of Wands. Now, again, if you guys have been following the podcast at all, or if you know who Tana Mojo is, she had kind of a problematic past, similar to Trisha Paytas, who she actually has a new podcast with that like they seem to be thriving on that because they're a little more well-matched, more supportive of each other, all that good stuff. But behind the scenes, it seems like Tana, she went through a lot. She had a really rough upbringing, rough childhood, went through some ups and downs in the public eye, but now she is in a serious relationship with a man who's from Hawaii named Makoa. Long story short, she's like, seems like she's never been happier. She's sober, like doesn't drink. Like she just seems like she's in such a good place. She's like showing up for her podcast, meeting her obligations. Just really seems like she's so happy, And this King of Wands is basically talking about how Brooke allegedly sees Makoa and like Tana and that relationship as one that has come in between their friendship, which I feel like is super, super immature. Because if you really are friends with someone, if you really care about them and you see that they're happy in a relationship where they finally feel loved and they're like doing well, like you shouldn't see that as competition. It's like, it's very immature. I think this is very immature. And then she also sees her as the Empress, which is somebody like who is both strong and soft and happy and like queen vibes. She's very jealous. I'm just going to say that this is your classic case of like just jealousy run amok. And I think she sort of can't help herself with like the little jabs and whatever, because she's so jealous of how Tana's in a good place in her life. Okay. Wow. That one was kind of for me, you guys. I really wanted to know. I don't know if you guys are also following this, but like I needed to know this, and I feel satisfied with the reading. Holy smokes. Hang in there, Tana. It's almost over. Only half a year to go. Okay, Claire says, what about the conspiracy theory saying Meghan Markle never was pregnant and the cringe dancing video while heavily pregnant? Okay, I saw the cringe dancing video. It was embarrassing. Like, what are we doing? Why are we putting out these embarrassing videos of ourselves? It's giving, I need attention so badly, 24 hours a day. Sorry, Meghan Markle. Like, if Meghan Markle would just like put half, I always say it, just put half of this energy into like making your podcast work or Riviera Orchard or whatever the heck project she's working on today. Like, put that energy into this stuff instead of just always trying to pursue all these little side quests. Like, I feel like people would actually love and embrace her, but she's just got to be authentic. The desperation energy is weird. The conspiracy theory, I don't know. Michael, honey, can you go in the other room? It's okay. I know, I'm soothing him to sleep. Okay, and Fakey Blake Lively subpoenaed Candace Owens and Perez Hilton. What? I didn't hear about that. Oh my God, I can't. What would they have to do with? Because of like the media part of the case? I don't know. Claire, it's unhinged. Okay. I'll pull one for the Meghan Markle conspiracy, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, and then we'll move on to the two requests that we have. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Is there any truth to the weird conspiracy theories around Meghan Markle's pregnancy? The Hermit card. Inconclusive. Let's see. The Hermit card. That's the card of the Virgo, healing, also being like alone, spending time alone. What? 10 of Wands, a burden, but a burden worth having. Oh, she was really pregnant. She was. I don't know. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Yeah, Meghan Markle was pregnant. A burden, but a burden worth having, as that's what pregnancy is, right? And then the Hermit card, like being alone and like kind of feeling isolated at times, and the pregnancy journey. So yeah, I think she actually was, but I don't know what all that other stuff was that she was doing. I just think that we as a society are getting so tired of just like people who just seem to desperately want attention for no reason other than just like wanting attention. I think that at one point, like in the early 2000s, when that was new, like we elevated a lot of celebrities, just like famous for being famous became a thing. And now I feel like with Pluto and Aquarius, we're just so over that. We're like, but what are you doing? But like, what are you doing for the world? Like, who are you authentically? What do you have to contribute? What's your voice? Like, I just think that we're growing past that, which I'm glad about. I think it's a good thing. Okay. the requests. So Will Poulter, I'm sorry, Nick and Luke first, and then the Will Poulter one. Okay. Nick and Luke, Gunyar says that there was some new evidence or something that came out about them. I don't know, Gunyar. I have no idea. But we'll pull a quick Nicola update. How is Nicola doing? I'm going to do very general energy because we did very recently pull some cards on them. So I want to keep it general so that we don't like, wait, here is the tea. Okay, here's the tea. Luke liked Antonia's last post 6 days after she posted, but right after Nick posted some pics of Jake. Luke didn't like Nick's post at first, but one day later he liked Nick's post. It is the first time Luke liked Nicola's post where Jake is included. Oh, he didn't like the past ones where Jake was in the post. So I wonder why he changed his mind one day after he saw and liked that. Luke liked his last post 6 days after she posted, right after Nick. Okay, so it's like he went back. Maybe he was thinking like, oh, I really should. Or this is making me look weird. So, okay, let's see. You know, social media, it's not like the biggest deal, but at the same time, like when you notice patterns, like it's one of those things where sometimes there's something to it, you know? And with this, maybe there's, Sarah just like flew out. We're going to take it. What the heck, you guys? The Hierophant. Okay, this is a lesson, a life lesson. This is wisdom. This is commitment. Okay, we're going to put that on the back burner and we're going to get some clarifiers. So first of all, why did Luke hesitate in the past to like photos of Nicola and Jake? Allegedly. Or why did he avoid liking photos of her with Jake? We're going to take 2. Oh my God, the Star card and the Knight of Wands. Because he sees her as this star card energy. I mean, this is like someone that you elevate, that you put on a pedestal, someone that you look up to, someone that you think is special. And the Knight of Wands is someone who's really passionate, but could be immature. This is almost like, okay, like if you think about like a younger brother, you know, a younger brother, like they're not going to just like be excited about any person that you date because they're looking for signs of Knight of Wands energy. Like, is this person just like going to be coming on through looking for a conquest? Like, what are your intentions with my sibling? Like, that's what this feels like. It feels like a protectiveness, which is better than like an outright jealousy, I think. But it's like a protectiveness. So Luke is almost like, you know, I am not going to like this guy's photos until I know that this is someone that's going to be in her life for a long time. It's like, I'm not going to give my seal of approval. You know, it's like, okay, well, hey, I can respect it. But he sees her as the star card energy. So he like really like thinks she's just precious. Michael, that was your final warning. Oh my God, honey, just go in the other room, babe. You can sleep in there. Oh my God. Okay, sorry guys. Like I said, it's just a shit show today. Okay, so that's what we have for the past. What about for, you know, why did he change his mind? Why did he change his mind and start liking the photos? Like, what's going on? What made Luke decide that he was going to like Jake's photo or the photo of Jake with Nicola? What changed? What changed? The Wheel of Fortune, something changed. Oh my God, you guys. Oh. When the tarot tea is like answering your question with another question. Well, something did change. Okay. This is like confirmation that something did change. Maybe there was like, I don't know. Final warning. I know, Babel. I'm sorry. I had to. I feel like I don't know what else to say. Gotta get serious. Michael. Yeah. Babel was laughing that I said final warning.
Oh, I get that all the time.
What's the threat? I don't know what comes next, but
I'm out in the yard, in the backyard.
You're in the backyard?
I did. You throw me up.
Oh my God, that's so sad. Okay. Oh. What changed? 7 of Pentacles, that spiritual work card. We have gotten this card for them before. the 7 energy, when you talk about spiritual work and like, okay, this is like when I pulled that card for Orlando Bloom. We got this card for him too. It's like introspection. You're working on yourself. So interesting. What changed is he changed. He's like working on himself right now. And so I feel like there was probably, this is so crazy, you guys. When the tarot tea is just like making so much sense. That's crazy. It's like a deep assessment. It's like, okay, let's say you had a disagreement with somebody and they posted a photo and like you were feeling petty, so you didn't like the photo. But then later you were like doing a little thinking and you're like, I really don't need to be acting petty about these things. I love this person. I've obviously I've forgiven them for whatever our disagreement was. So why am I not liking their photo? You go back and you like the photo. You're like, come on, I'm going to get over myself. And that's what this is. This is like, okay, actually, I need to stop feeling like I need to judge. He's learning life lessons around letting go. This is insane, you guys. Wow. I mean, there's a soul connection. I've said this before. I definitely think they're in each other's lives for a reason. Nicola and Luke. It's a lot of this energy of Luke looking up to Nicola. And I think he learns a lot about himself through this connection, whether it's the friendship element or the sort of romantic undercurrent. He learns a lot from her. He learns about confidence. He learns just so much. So this is basically just telling the story of maybe a little bit of judgment or jealousy and a little bit of fear around who is this guy in her life, because it's he's sort of more protective. But then he's learning about, I don't know. He's learning some lesson. He's learning some lessons spiritually about maybe letting go, maybe not holding on as tightly to everything in his life, which I think with what he's talked about with anxiety and all of that, maybe he's starting to try to let go more and not be so rigid in many areas of his life. And I know this sounds strange, but I think that even social media, that's one of them. One of the things that he's probably been very controlled about. I think he's lightening up. Wow, I did not expect that. But yeah, I think that's what it was. I think he's trying to work on himself and accept the reality of what's going on and realize she's in a relationship. She's happy. I should just be supportive. That's all I'm going to do. Just going to be supportive. I'm not going to think too far into it right now. That's what I got. Heartfelt says, oh, your hubby doesn't want to go to bed without you, Brit. Oh, I know. That's true. That's true. But you can't be snoring into the camera. Final warning. Let's see. Gunyar says it is exactly what I was saying months ago. Yes, you did call it. Luke definitely is going to break up with Antonia and just focus on develop himself in his career, be single until Nick is single. T. There we go. All right. Well, we will remember that you said this, and your intuition might just be spot on right now. We'll see what happens. Also, Antonia posted Olivia Rodrigo's concert, a song called Traitor. Oh my God. The part where she said it took you 2 weeks to go off and date her and you didn't cheat, but you were still a traitor. How did she post the song? Was it what? Did she select that part of the song? Did she add the song, or was it just what she had to be filming? I know y'all are hearing those fireworks. Oh my God, that is insane. The poor animals, they must be so scared. We have so much wildlife in our backyard. They must be so scared. I hate it. Okay. Will Poulter. All right. So you guys requested Will Poulter. You want to know about his relationship. Is he dating someone? And also his career. She posted from the live concert, especially that part. Okay. Weird, Gunyar. I think that's odd. I'll pull one quick card about that. But I just think it's very odd. The Lover's card. Oh my God. The tarot tea is just so wild tonight. Gunyar, yeah. Was there an underlying, message there? I'm choking on the tarot tea. Was there a message there? Was there something that went on? Was she trying to tell us something or the world something? Yeah, the Lover's card. She's mad. She was pissed off at him. You guys, yeah. The traitor thing, she feels like He was a traitor. Something happened there. Wow. A lot of toxic energy. I don't think this one's going to last, but we'll see. But yeah, but the answer is yes, confirmation. There was an intention to share that message. There's something that she's holding resentment towards Luke about, and she wanted to post that part of the video just as kind of little gotcha. Yikes. Okay. Interesting. Well, I hope that satisfied your questions. And our last story, so that I can tuck Lawyer Mogan to bed. He's so sleepy. Okay, Will Poulter. Is he in a relationship, and what is his career future? So let's see. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Will Poulter. And he's the kid from, like, was it We're the Millers or Meet the Millers? Michael, what is it? That movie, We're the Millers or Meet the Millers? Do you remember?
Yeah. That's it.
That's it? Okay, one of those. He's like, yeah. But yeah.
What you said.
What you said.
Ted Lasso with Jennifer Aniston.
So he played their son. And everybody's been talking about what a transformation he's had and like what a glow up he's had. And so let's see. Is he in a relationship? The Three of Wands. Dang, guys, this is the third time. The third time I pulled the Three of Wands tonight. What the heck is going on? What does that even mean? Something about the future. Everybody's future focused right now. So the future. Okay, let me get a clarifier. Will Poulter's relationship, dating life, current love life. He's thinking about his future. Five of Cups. Oh my God, he's sad. What? Did he just go through a breakup? He might have just gone through a breakup, or maybe he's about to. But there's something he feels like he's lost out on that he thought was going to be a part of his future. Five of Cups. He's sad about his future. I got goosebumps. Confirmation. Can you all see that? You see it? Yeah, look, there they are. Yes, finally. I always I got goosebumps. I'm like, I feel like no one can ever see them, but now we're close enough. This is really sad. I tapped into like some really sad energy. So I don't know if he's broken up with this person or he's about to, but there is someone that he did think was going to be a part of his life. Yeah, more goosebumps, but they're not. He's really sad right now. He's in like a period of like mourning. So I'm sorry about that. There will be someone better. You got to remember when there's disappointment in your life, it's always this or something better, because if something isn't meant for you, then that just means it's making room for what is. And I know that sounds so cliche, but it's a cliche because it's true. Okay. And that's how cliches became cliches, because they're just true. A lot of them. So, excuse me. So his career. What about his career future? Will Poulter's career. What is coming in for his future, allegedly? For entertainment purposes only. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Ooh, I love it, guys. You couldn't get a better answer to a question about your career future than an Ace of Pentacles. Are you serious? Yeah, he's got like a lot on the horizon, lots of success. This is making lots of money. The dogs are being so good with these loud noises. Making lots of money, big career advancement. He's going to be landing some really huge roles in the future. So yeah, super prosperous. He's going to be even more successful than he has been to date. Fabulous. I was going to say anything else. I pulled the Death card. Wait, stop while you're ahead is what, I shouldn't have pulled the next card. But I guess the last thing is the Death card. There is some sort of ending in his life. We had this Five of Cups. I think that may be talking about his relationships again. So I feel like his career in the future, his career is like really going well, but he's going to have to let go of some people and some relationships. So emotionally, he might kind of be going through it, but that's okay. It's just part of the journey. Yeah, the right things will work out for him, but his career looks very, very bright. So that's exciting. And you guys, that was tonight's tarot tea spill. That went by way too fast. Lawyer Moog may not agree because he was falling asleep, but that was a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Next time we'll be back in the studio. But yeah, tonight we were just out here with the pups, with the fireworks and everything. So I do apologize for any fireworks or snoring that you may have heard, and for my bad attitude at the beginning of this episode. I feel so much better now. I always feel better after doing a live stream. You guys just make me so happy. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you hanging out, your energy. Love y'all so much. Sending you the biggest hugs. And yeah, have a great night and a great weekend. And I will see y'all in another couple days. Wait, Heartfelt says, oh my God, I'm just learning to do tarot reading. I did a reading on him out of curiosity because he was so private, especially his love life. This validates my reading on him months ago. Oh, Heartfelt. Okay, there you go. That intuition is firing. Look at us confirming each other's tea. I love it. Thank you for sharing that. And good luck with your continued tarot journey. It's so fun to learn how to do it. Just takes that repetition. Aw, I'm so glad, Gunyar. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Gunyar. Thank you, Heartfelt. Thank you, Babaloo. Thank you, Lawyer Moog, Claire Cardi. Claire, have an awesome day today. And I can't wait to take you up on that pint. And who else? I think that's everybody that chatted. Oh, Jaded Kate. Thank you. Good job, Michael. And yeah, I love y'all. And everybody else who didn't pop in to say hi, but who was watching, I see you guys. And I love y'all too. See y'all soon. Bye, everybody.